Hi, this is attorney Marisa Portuondo. I want to speak with you today about contracts. So, as most business owners know, contracts are the lifeline, the vertebrae, whatever you want to call, it's the backbone of your business. They will determine how things go in all of your business dealings. So, this includes your relationships with your vendors, it includes your relationships with your clients, it includes your relationships with your staff, it includes your relationships with your partners, your shareholders. These are just, such integral backbone pieces of your business. And unfortunately, in my experience, they are the part of the business that so many owners neglect. And there's various reasons for that. The number one reason that I've seen is a lack of money, or at least they think that it's going to cost too much, a lack of time. They just don't get around to it. People hit the ground running, and a lack of motivation. So I wanted to discuss, why is it so important and what can a custom contract do for you? So when people come into my office, when it's too late, basically, they've had an issue. The first thing I ask is, let me see your contract. And this is going to determine how much, number one, how much I can help them. And number two, how much it's going to cost. So if you have a customized contract, you are basically setting out expectations from the very beginning of your relationship. And as anyone who has studied relationships will tell you, this is the number one determination of whether you're going to have a successful relationship or not. I've seen it time and time again that conflicts arise between partners or between a service provider and a client. And the thing is, its expectations were not set out properly from the beginning. The perfect way to do that is to have a contract setting out those expectations. Here's what you can expect from me. Here's what I can expect from you. Anyone who's ever hired me knows that I have an extremely detailed contract for this reason. It's really important to me that my clients know exactly what they can expect from me and that they know what I'm expecting from them. This is the key to a successful, long-lasting relationship. A lot of people come in and they say, well, I'm going into business with my brother, I'm going into business with my best friend, my mom, whoever. And so I don't need a contract. I trust this person. This isn't about trust. This is actually about saving your relationship. Again, it's so important that when you start a business, the roles that each person is going to take on, the duties, the obligations, how much time people are putting in, how much money people are putting in. If you don't put this down on paper, you are almost guaranteeing that you're going to have a huge disagreement with this person and that it's going to end badly for both of you. So when people tell me that they don't need a contract because they're so close to this person, I tell them it's the exact opposite. You probably need a contract, or should have a contract, even more than someone who's going into business with somebody who's just a business partner. Because if your relationship with your business partner goes sour, yes, you're probably going to lose money, but money is replaceable. Relationships with family, relationships with friends, those are not replaceable. And I cannot tell you how sad it is when I hear people, tell me that they can no longer speak to their family or their friends because of this massive misunderstanding that's happened, that all could have been resolved or all could have been taken care of on the front end. When everyone's excited, when everyone's happy, when everyone's getting along, that's the time to put your expectations down on paper. So this is something to think about if you're thinking about going it alone, or doing a copy paste, or paying for LegalZoom or one of these services. Unfortunately, ask any lawyer, LegalZoom, it keeps us in business. This is why lawyers still exist, because if LegalZoom was a replacement for lawyers, I mean, really, we wouldn't be here, right? People always want to get the most value for the smallest amount of money. I cannot tell you how many just mess ups I've had to correct because of people not using customized contracts. It's so important. And even more importantly even more important is that you speak with an attorney that understands your business. If you're going to an attorney who's never owned a business, if you're going to someone who's never worked in corporate America, they literally went to undergrad, went to law school, went to go work at a big firm or for someone else, and they've never run a business, you are trusting someone who does not know how to run a business to understand your pain points, to understand that at the end of the day, all you care about is your bottom line. I've seen so many business attorneys that don't have their own business. Business attorneys are called deal killers. And these are the types of attorneys that they just don't get the business side of business law. So my recommendation to you, if you are starting a business, if you have a business in place, make sure your contracts are strong. Make sure that you are having someone who understands your business, who's willing to sit with you and ask you all the important questions and kind of hold your feet to the fire. I do this with my clients. I really ask them the tough questions at the beginning, and they're so grateful when the inevitable dispute comes up between a client, them and a client, or between another partner, and they say, "Thank God for this contract because it was there in writing. There was nothing to argue about, and I was able to save the relationship. I was able to save money." So again, my recommendation is find a great business attorney, get your contracts customized. If your attorney's not asking you these difficult questions, they're just going through the motions. So, you may receive some tough love from an attorney like me, but I promise you it's going to save you so much money, and it's going to give you the peace of mind knowing that your business is protected, that you've done everything you can to save your relationships moving forward, and your clients and your partners and everybody else that you deal with in your business is going to be so appreciative of the fact that they know exactly what they're getting from you, and you know what you can expect from them. So those are just some tips based on my experience and the things that I see go wrong all the time. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to the firm 786-440-8615. You can always reach me on email, marisa@plfmiami.com. If you're on our dedicated URL for videos, there's probably a button down there, one or two, where you can call us or schedule a free case evaluation. And I hope to hear from you soon.